Hi children, come we'll see the next topic. Take your textbook, page number 128, okay. Plane figures and solids, okay. Plane figures and solid figures that we saw in our lower grade, no children. So what are all the plane figures? The figures having two dimensions, okay, 2D figures, which is having length and breadth, okay. For example, triangles, rectangles, squares, circles, these are all plane figures, okay. And solids, solid figures, which is having three dimensions, okay. Three dimensional figures, okay, like which is having length, breadth and width, okay. Cone, cuboid, cube, sphere, okay. These are all the solid figures, okay. Understood children? That we know, no? Yes. See, if you take the assignment 3, write whether each of the following figure is a plane figure or a solid figure. That we know which is a plane figure and solid figure, okay, that we learnt, no? Yes, so write the answers for the things, okay, well, which are all, okay, plane figures and which are all solid figures, okay children. Come we'll see the next topic, that is nothing but angle, okay, angle. So, when two rays have a common starting point, an angle is formed, okay. See here, what are all the two rays here? OA, OB, which is having a common starting point, that which is called O. Then an angle is formed between the rays, okay. Here OA, we call it as vertex, and OA is one ray and OB is one more ray, and the angle which is, we name it as AOB or BOA. Okay, the angle is named as AOB or BOA. Okay, and we tell the two arms as the what are sides of the angle. Okay, sides of the angle. Okay, understood children? So now we know how to name an angle. Come we'll see the assignment 4 related to how to name an angle. See, write the names of the following angles in two different ways. Okay. See here, see the first figure. What is the angle name here? This is the angle. What is the angle? It is formed by these two rays, QP and QR. Okay. So we can name it as PQR or RQP. PQR or RQP. And if you take, see the second one, here the angle we name it as STC or CTS. I'll do the fourth one. Look here. Okay, the angle. What? This is the angle, no? So X, Y, Z. See, Y is the vertex, no? That should come. That name should come in between. Okay. Or we can write like this: angle ZYX. Okay. Understood, children? Okay. In this way, we can name an angle in two different ways, okay. See here, name all the acute angles in the following figures. We know acute angle means that should be less than 90 degree, okay. So what are all the angles here? This is one angle, this is one angle, and all the three angles. See, angle AOB, angle BOC, and angle AOC. Okay, look here in this figure. There are what? Two angles, okay, this side and this side. These are all the acute angles, and this side and this side are, since these are all what? Not acute angles, we will write only the acute angles, PXQ and SXR, okay. And see, if we take the figures, look here, assignment 5, name all the angles of the following figures. So what are all the angles here? There are these three angles here, 1, 2, 3. So name those angles. Here also in this figure, how many angles are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 angles are there. Name it. See here in this figure, how many angles are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So how to name it? Angle. See, if we take this angle, angle F, E, okay, H. And if you take this angle, angle E, H, G. And if you take this angle, angle what? H, G, F. And if you take this angle, angle G, F, E. Okay, these are all the four angles in this figure. Okay, come we'll go to next page and see the next thing, children. Measuring an angle. What? How to measure an angle using a protractor. We know we are using protractor to measure the angle. So what is the unit of measure? The unit for measuring an angle is degree. Degree is represented by the symbol like this, okay. So we can write 90 degree, 180 degree like this. For example, 30 degree is written as like this, 30 the symbol. 45 degree is written as 45 degree and so on. So we know a protractor is used to measure an angle. Circular scales marked from 0 to 180 degree. Clockwise or anti-clockwise enable us to measure angles on both the sides. Each small division on the circular scale shows 1 degree. A protractor can measure angles up to 180 degree. Look here, see, this is the protractor and this is the what? Midpoint, and this is the baseline. These are all the circular scales. One is anti-clockwise and one is clockwise direction. Okay, and each division is 1 degree, and we can measure the angle what? Using both the scales. Okay, see here, if you take the protractor, I'll show you. Look here children, this is the what? Midpoint, and this is the baseline. These are all the circular scales. This is anti-clockwise direction, this is clockwise direction, so that we can measure the angle in both the direction, and each division is 1 degree. Okay, 1 degree. Understood? So come, we'll see how we are going to measure the angle using the protractor. Okay, come, we'll see that. Assignment 6. Name the two angles formed in each figure and write their measures. See here. Yeah, what we should do? We should name the two angles formed in each and write the measure. Measurement is given here. Just write the name POL. Okay, angle POL. What is the LOP? Or you can write LOP is what? 100 degree. LON is 80 degree. Okay. This way we can name the angles. Understood children? Very easy things these are all. Okay. I'll do the fourth sum. Look here. See here. The fourth sum. See here. Angle GOE, that is nothing but 40 degree, and angle EOF, that is nothing but 140 degree. Okay, in this way we can what? Yeah, name the angle. Measure the following angles. How to measure the following angles using a protractor? I told you know how to measure. See, I'll do this one, fifth one. Okay, how to do the fifth one? What we should do? We should take a protractor, and the midpoint is there, no? Here, that you keep. I'll do the second one first. The midpoint is there, no? That you keep on the what? Vertex of the angle. Vertex of an angle, and the baseline should align the one ray of the angle. One ray, that means one arm of the angle. And if you start from 0 and if you go towards that, and one more arm of the angle, no, that will give you the measurement of the angle. That is nothing but 60 degrees. See here, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. The one more angle, no, that will give you the angle. Okay, in this way you can measure the angle. Okay, look here, I will do the fifth one. See, take the protractor, the midpoint is there, no, that you keep on the vertex, and align the baseline of the protractor with the ray. Okay, that is the arm of the one arm of the angle, and see the next arm. Look here, this is the one arm, and align it. And where is the other arm? Look here, it is here. So what is the measurement? 180 degree. See here, 0 to 180 degree. So what is the angle here? Angle EFG is equal to 180 degree. Okay, understood children? So in this way we can measure the angles. Come, we'll see. Remember some points that we learnt in our last in previous classes. Okay, an angle whose measure is 0 degree is called a zero angle. Less than 90 degree is called an acute angle. That means between 0 to 90 degree. 90 degree is called a right angle. Between 90 degree and 180 degree is called an obtuse angle. And 180 degree is called a straight angle. And more than 180 degree is called, but less than 360 degree is called a reflex angle. And 360 degree is called a full angle or a complete angle. Okay. Understood children? That we know, no? Acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, straight angle, reflex angle, full angle or complete angle, all we know, no? Okay, understood? Come to next page, children. Drawing an angle of a given measure using a protractor. Okay, come, we'll do the sums so that you can understand. Look here, I'll do the third sum here. Okay. So take the ruler. See here, PQR. I'll do the fourth sum. Okay. See, because the space is there, no, here comfortably. It's for me. That's why I'm doing this sum. Okay. Take a scale and draw a line. See the angle PQR we want. Okay. So take a line and draw. Take the ruler and draw a line. Okay. See here. What is the line? Name it as. See, I am name it as S. Okay, 2 point on the line you take SR. Okay, SR. And I'll take 1 point on the line as Q. Okay, Q. Now I got the one arm of the angle QR. Okay, I need to draw now one more arm, that is QP. Okay, using the angle 80 degree. Okay, I'll take the protractor and keep the midpoint of the protractor on the vertex, that is Q. Okay, and align the baseline of the protractor with the one arm of the angle. What's the measurement we want? 80 degree. So take 0 here, 80 degree, put 1 point there on 80 degree. Now remove it and take the scale and join the dot Q and the one more dot you put it, no, that you draw. Okay, connect it. Now see, this is the point that you name it as P. Now you got the angle PQR. Okay, that is nothing but 80 degree. Okay, children, how easy, no? So in this way we can draw an angle. Okay, come, we'll see the fifth sum also that I will draw. Okay, see what I should do? Take the scale ruler and draw a line. Okay, and see here, angle is STC. So T is the vertex and TC is one arm and ST is one arm. So I'll name it as C, no, this end, no, C. Okay, and I'll name any name here, A. Okay, AC the line, and the T, no, that point, the vertex, I'll make that on the line. Okay, now I'm going to take the protractor. On T I'm going to place the midpoint of the protractor and align the baseline of the protractor with the one arm of the angle. And what's the measurement we want? 130 degree. No, from 0 you start at 130 degree, you put one mark. Okay, and remove it and take the scale and join the point with the vertex. Okay, see, like this you draw. So what is this point is S, that is ST, arm TC. T is the vertex, and this is the angle what we want. Okay, angle STC is equal to 130 degree. Okay, how nice, no, children? So this is very simple, can draw easily. Okay, like this you practice the next sum also.